everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carshénah with versefilmsproductions, and you made it back to another edition of Kill Count right here on the channel. Stick around and let's count down. Welcome to our Village of the Damned Kill Count, where I count down as accurately as I can for this John Carpenter remake. I'll break down the movie, so count down with me. All the people and animals within the quiet coastal town of Midwich, California fall asleep at precisely 10 a.m. in a total blackout. First kill count is Fred, who left town prior to the big sleep, but while driving back, the moment he hit Midwich, he crashed and his truck exploded. Sorry, Fred, should have made your trip a little longer. The town regains consciousness at exactly 4 p.m. Number 2 is Hot Dog Man. That's a cruel way to die, burning on the grill for 6 hours. That 6-hour time frame brought in secret government agencies, military, trying to discover what happened in Midwich. We later find out that this has happened all over the world in other tiny remote towns. Fast forward, following the blackout, 10 women are mysteriously pregnant, including a virgin girl, as well as a happily married woman whose husband has been away overseas for a year. These women opt to keep the babies after having mystical dreams, and all the babies are born the same night in a barn. 5 boys and 5 girls. Number 3 is one of the baby girls who was stillborn. All the children are healthy and sound, but have pale skin and unusually stark white blonde hair and a peculiar quietness reflected in their stare. The movie is fast-paced as it quickly moves on from birth to baby to toddler within a matter of fade-ins and fade-outs of the movie. The children display eerie, psychic powers that can result in violent and deadly consequences. Which brings us to number 4, Dr. Allen's wife, Barbara. She was compelled psychically to fall off the cliff as she never recovered from an earlier scene with her daughter Mara, forcing her to burn her hand in boiling water. A few scenes later, we see the children around late elementary age. They pair off like mates, except for David, who was a little smaller in size. His intended mate was the stillborn girl. As a result, David is the outcast, walking in the back of the group by himself. But surprisingly, they still keep him around for their grand design.
This in your eyes. It won't hurt.
Although he resembles the other children and retains some degree of psychic powers, David has the ability to show human compassion. His mother, Jill, the local school principal, share a brief conversation about this, and David begins to understand his situation. The children's leader is Mara, played by actress Lindsay Hahn, the daughter of Dr. Alan Chaffee. Yes, Superman himself, played by Christopher Reeve. Her mate is Robert. The children move to the local barn as their classroom, where Dr. Allen tries to teach them some semblance of humanity. He exits for a brief moment when the town drunk, played by the fabulous late actor George Buck Flower, tells them he knows what's going on.
I know what you're up to.
He hits Mara's mate Robert with his broom handle, and it's lights out for you, Janitor John, who is number 5. I guess you didn't keep that day job. Moving quickly to another quote-unquote accidental death is the father that was gone for about a year on a job overseas, and when he came back home to find his wife and virgin daughter with child at the same time. He was on the brink of divorce, but since the other women were also carrying a child at the same time, and with a sweet government offer of money per child to take care of the children's medical needs, he soon let go of his anger and was happy to have another kid. I was really upset over his death because it was like the story of forgiveness and doubt, and he showed that he could love a child regardless of how it came into the world. After learning of the mysterious deaths, all linked to the children, he went to pick up his daughter and plan an escape from the town, it appears. But after falling prey to the pack of children just idly walking the country road, he almost accidentally hit his daughter when he failed to keep his eyes on the road watching the eerie children in his rear view, and he becomes number 6. There goes that Father of the Year award.
Your development of emotions is disturbing.
I wonder if the young actress knew that her disturbing line would mirror another famous disturbing line with our next victim. I don't want to believe that John Carpenter threw that inference in there haphazardly. I mean, Star Wars quotes are infamous, and Mark Hamill can't go anywhere without somebody yelling, "No!" or "You're not my father," which brings us to local priest Father George, attempting to shoot the children with a sniper rifle and send at least their leader Mara to the other place with flames. But alas, the Force was not with Father George, aka Luke Skywalker, in the flesh. He becomes number 7 as the children use their powers to force George to shoot himself with the rifle. Soon it is learned that the other colonies of children in foreign countries from the same blackout were quickly eliminated, in some cases at the cost of destroying the entire town. Later that night, an angry mob gathers to kill the children, led by Sarah, the widow of the late Reverend George. This is a real burn the village moment, complete with torches and a march in the town streets. She's forced to immolate herself. That means to kill by burning or be sacrificially burned for those who are learning a new vocabulary word. She's our number 8. The government scientific team led by Dr. Susan Werner tries to flee Midwich, but she's forced to show the children the well-preserved alien corpse of David's intended mate she secretly kept for her research. The alien seems to have grown in size from a swaddling child to a toddler size floating in a jar. But hey, it's an alien, so we'll go with it. The children collectively force her to fatally stab herself, bringing our count to number 9. Poor Kirstie Alley. I guess she's thinking twice about all that money she made with her movie Who's Talking with John Travolta and Bruce Willis in disdain. No more working with children for you. Now we move on to where the phrase "Welcome to the gun show" is appropriate. The state police and National Guard are mentally controlled into shooting each other in this chaotic gun battle. I know that a lot of videos show a roundabout total during this particular mayhem, but yours truly has counted frame by frame, shot by shot of the most accurate total of kill counts just in this scene alone. I also did my due diligence and added a picture of the inside of the prison bus from this exact model, which is how I got my collective numbers. So watch with me and follow along. Number 10, shot by a partner who would go on to kill the majority of the state police by himself. Number 11 through 16, the cops in the cars. 17 through 18, he shot the sheriff but didn't shoot the deputy. The deputy gets shot soon after. 19, time is up for the first cop on a killing spree. 20, now it's the deputy. Sorry, Blazing Saddles. 21 through 22, Mara and the children take down a helicopter. 22 through 33, 11 army guys, frame by frame. 34, one Chips Patrol motorcycle cop. 35 through 37, because they're dressed in black, I counted 3 military black ops. 38, one random state cop who jumped out of his car while it was being blasted to oblivion. 39, the prison bus driver coming around the bend. 39 through 44, 5 more army guys. 44 through 46, 2 more army guys shooting the correctional bus. 46 through 95. This includes 47 inmates plus 2 prison guards, are standard during this 90s style prison bus, and we already counted the driver, so that was 50 in total for the bus. Phew! I told you this was the most accurate count during this scene. Moving on to the end of the movie. In order to rid the town of the children, Alan devises a plan to detonate a bomb inside a briefcase in the children's classroom. By thinking of a brick wall, he is able to create a mental barrier and keep the presence of the time bomb a secret from the children. Jill begs him to spare David because he is not like the others. Alan attempts to do this, but Mara suspects Alan is hiding something. Jill shows up and the children use mind control to stop her, but David rushes to her defense and knocks Mara over. Alan yells at Jill to take David and leave the building. Alan's barrier wall holds steady for as long as he can, but Mara's alien face shows through while she breaks through Alan's defenses, revealing the bomb. The other children look at the clock and the bomb explodes, killing everyone inside, including Alan, bringing us a total of 104. Jill holds David tightly outside by a car during the explosion, and since the children are dead, Jill tells David, "Don't worry, David. We'll go someplace where nobody knows who we are." David looks off into the distance as they drive away. I hope you enjoyed this kill count of The Village of the Damned, a 1950s remake from John Carpenter. See you at the next countdown.